Welcome to Vysh IAS. So we'll be continuing with the PLUMS series of Polity Governance and Schemes today. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing this channel so that you will be getting daily free updates on UPSC. And if you're looking for a good quality test series, then you can contact the number which is given on the screen 7200681675. So let's move on to the first question. The first question reads, with respect to the President of India, which among the following statements is or are correct? Okay, so the first statement reads, a person who has been the President of India is eligible for immediate re-election. And second statement reads, a person cannot hold the office of President of India for more than 2 consecutive terms. Okay, so this is a typical two statement kind of questions, and as I have always said in the previous sessions, this particular model of question wherein you are given two statements, this question model is the most toughest as per my perspective. So please pay special attention while attempting these kind of questions in UPSC Prelims. And if you look at the scope of the question, this is fairly a topic which has been taken directly from the Lakshmikant. Okay, so this question, the scope of the question revolves around the topic President of India, and this is a typical standard topic from Lakshmikant. So you can infer that whatever you haven't learned in Lakshmikant, that particular statement or that particular points are going to be incorrect. Okay, so the assumption, basic assumption here is that since this is a standard topic, you would have covered all the portions related to this particular topic, this president. Okay, you will have covered all the important points. Okay, so now keeping this in mind, please analyze the statements. The first statement, a person who has been President of India is eligible for immediate re-election. Okay, yes, eligible, because there's nothing nothing like a statement saying that a president who is currently a president, he or she is not eligible for a re-election. There is nothing like that provision, okay, mentioned in constitution. So this is correct. Then second is, a person cannot hold the office of President of India for more than 2 consecutive terms. If you look, the first and second seems to be contradictory also. Okay, and even if you're not able to find that particular fact like contradictory statement, you can infer that the second statement is incorrect, simply because this point haven't been mentioned anywhere in the Lakshmikant. Okay, uh, if this point is correct, then it would have been surely mentioned in Lakshmikant and you would have surely learned it. Okay, so since you haven't heard it, you can infer that this particular statement, second statement, is incorrect. So the correct answer comes out to be only one, A, option number A. So now come to the second question. Which of the following is or are parts of Union Executive? Okay, so this is also a kind of standard topic. You are expected to know this. Okay, so there are 4 points given. First is Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister. Second is President of India. Third is Central Secretariat, and fourth is Vice President. And you have to select the correct answer from the codes given below. Okay, so if you look at the Union Executive, you should be before starting this question, let me tell you that you should be aware of each and every points which are mentioned in preamble, fundamental rights, the particular article numbers, then fundamental duties, under which schedule it is coming. So in a nutshell, what I'm telling is you should be completely aware of each and every schedules of the constitution, each and every part of constitution, what it is dealing with. I'm not telling you have to be aware of each and every article in constitution, that I'm not telling, and UPSC is also not expecting that. Only important articles you're expected to know, and during your course of study you'll be getting a hang of it. Okay, how to learn the articles, like there will be a continuity of learning the articles. So but the parts, the particular parts number, what it is dealing with, that particular thing you're expected to know. Okay, so Union Executive, if you look at the Union Executive, it is mentioned in article 52 to 78 in part number 4 of the constitution. Okay, so sorry, 5, part 5, article 52 to 78, it is dealing with the Union Executive. And in this particular part, it is clearly mentioned that Union Executive consists of the President, which is talking about article 52 to 62, then Vice President, Prime Minister along with the Council of Ministers, which is mentioned in article 74 to 75 and 78, then the Attorney General of India, which is mentioned in article 78. So these are the only things which are mentioned in the constitution regarding the Union Executive. Okay, So since in part 5 nothing else is mentioned, you can infer that the union executive is going to constitute only those mentioned in constitution. Okay, other than those, which are all the options other than these mentioned given in the options? In the options it is given Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister. Yes, this is in the constitution, it is mentioned. Second, President of India, this is also mentioned. Fine. Then come to the third, Central Secretariat. Nowhere in this part 5 Central Secretariat is mentioned. Okay, so you can infer that this particular statement is going to be wrong, and you can eliminate 3. Okay, and the Vice President, fourth is Vice President, this is also mentioned. So fine. So 1, 2 and 4 is the correct answer. So option number B, only 1, 2, 4, this is the correct answer. Okay, now come to the next question. Which of the following is or are permanent houses? First is Legislative Council, second is Upper House of Parliament, and third is Municipal Council. So if you look at first and second options, Legislative Council and Upper House of Parliament. Upper House of Parliament, you all know, that is Rajya Sabha. And the state level counterpart of Rajya Sabha is nothing but Legislative Council. Okay, so if you see, you can make a demarcation that Lok Sabha is not permanent house while Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Okay, so Upper House of Parliament, second option is completely correct. Okay, so this is a permanent house, and so first is also going to be correct since it is the state level counterpart of the Rajya Sabha. So first and second has to be in the answer. And Municipal Council is not a permanent house. If it was a permanent house, we would have heard. Okay, Municipal Council is fairly an important body, and if there is an important fact attached to some important body, then we would have surely learnt about it. We would have surely heard about that. So in that aspect, you can eliminate 3. So the correct answer comes out to be 1 and 2. Option number B is the correct answer. Okay. Okay, now come to the next question. Which among the following is or are parts of Nagar Panchayat? Okay, so 3 options are given, and this is a question taken from the local self-government, that portion. Okay, I've already told that portion is very important, and you can expect a question from this portion every year. Okay, at least one question will be asked from this portion. So first option is Notified Area Committee, second is Town Area Committee, and third is District Planning Committee. Okay, so you have to choose from these options. Okay, so if you see, this is a factual question, quite factual question. You can't apply elimination here. And both Notified Area Committee and Town Area Committee, these are parts of Nagar Panchayat, whereas District Planning Committees, they are created as per the article number 243Z. Okay, so article number 243 is fine. So it is a constitutional body created under 243 District Planning Committees, whereas the other 2 options, Notified Area Committee and Town Area Committee, they are parts of Nagar Panchayat. Okay. So come to the next question. With reference to the executive power in a state in India. Okay, so which among the following statements are correct? So the question revolves around the executive power in a state. Okay, it is a state level mention. Okay, so first statement is executive power of the state is vested in the governor, and the second statement reads real executive authority in a state is Council of Ministers, and third, all executive decisions in a state are taken in the name of Chief Minister. So you can search for low hanging fruits. Which option is more processable? Out of this option, which is going to help you the most? Which one you can eliminate at the first place so that you can reach the answer in a faster manner? So look at this third statement. All executive decisions in a state are taken in the name of Chief Minister. No, it is not true. Actually, all executive decisions in a state are taken in the name of governor if it is the state level, and it is taken in the name of president if it is taken at the central level. Okay, so that is why we are mentioning president as the head of the state, whereas prime minister is mentioned as the head of the government. Okay, so please note this point also. So 3 is not correct. So if 3 is not correct, you can eliminate all the 3 options. Option number B, C and D are eliminated, and you reach at the correct answer 1 and 2 only. Okay. Yeah, one another way in which you can approach this question is like, you can look for the contradictory options also. If you look at first and third statement, they are contradictory. First statement is telling executive power of the state is vested in governor, whereas the third statement is telling executive decisions in a state are taken in the name of Chief Minister. So these are kind of contradictory statements. In that way also you can process. Whatever approach you're going to choose, that is upon your prerogative. You can choose what is most comfortable for you, but always search for the low hanging fruits. Which statement in a multi-statement question, first thing you have to look is which statement is more processable for you. That is the first thing you have to look. So in that way, you can reach the answer in a more better and more faster manner. Okay. That's the end of today's session. So we'll meet in the next week in the next episode. Until then, stay tuned. Thank you.